Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. It's been a while since I've done a board gaming unboxing or anything like that. I've been doing a lot of writing music, lyrics, and using Suno. I've actually have made 2 to 3 albums already. If anyone's interested in purchasing them or anything, I'll put an email address. You can contact me. It's just something I'm trying to do while the government shut down and keep me busy. But I'm having fun making some music. I got all kinds of different genres, and some of them are concept albums, some are just random stuff. The most recent one I made is the band, the group, the thing I call it is called Nostalgia, and the albums all have different themes to them. There's one that's like melancholy and something I can't remember. It's called Is It Melodies? Anyways, is what that one's called. So this is my fiance got me for Sweetest Day. I haven't got around to playing it yet, but that's the back of the box and the front of the box. But I punched everything out and everything. So I'll show you guys what this game looks like. I gotta put stuff in baggies still. So got the nice rule book's pretty well, in my opinion, it's pretty well done. It's got examples. It's a very simple game. It's essentially a war tactics party style game. Then you got your templates here, which are also used to measure the distance for setting up the board. You need a pretty decent sized table. My table is more than big enough to accommodate this, which I'm surprised. Just because I thought the width, the length, the width would be off. And then you got the little standee there, and you got this as like a little the King of the Hill type, and they got this another template to use for movement. But I'm gonna go into the cards. I sleeved them all. So you got the wreckage cards here. So basically they'll be set down when there's a wreckage, and then it has all the information you need on the card. So not only do you have that as a wreckage, and then we got the boom cards, which just tells you when you get shot at, how you do it. If you're shot, like it says, this one says, a shot in the side moves a card width from the edge, and whereas a shot from the front or the back, you do a full length of this card. So it's really cool. It's got their own measurements in there. And then you got these different ability cards. You got Boxy here. Veteran Tanker Boxy has been part of the games. And then he's got move one card width forward. All attacks on you this round are treated as long range. So it's the special ability. Each of these are going to have unique special abilities. They got Chompy. Chompy is ignore firing arcs. Choose an enemy, close range, and then mid range. It's got some special text here. So close range it does this, and in mid range it's questionable. There's, like I said, everything is in the rule book too. So if we had to look it up, but yeah, you got all these different characters. Oh, they got Fin Sight, a little fish. So yeah, it's all got Hairbrain. They got some really cool characters. Got Red, the fox. Kind of reminds me of the in that one movie Zootopia. Fox. So you got Scrappy, which I think is a raccoon, maybe. I would assume that was a raccoon. Then you got a Slow Roll Turtle. So, and then you got your cards. Each character's got their own movement cards. So this is like you can use the hold up or repair, or you can use the ability, which this one says you do the previously played card. And then backing up. So everything is done with these cards, like where you line your vehicle up, and so it's basically really nice way of doing measurements without having to have a ruler or having miniature. So they all have the basic attack controls like forward, backward, and all that. And then there's the rattle cards, which those when you take damage, you get those in yours. So, but yeah, everything is pretty much. There's that. Put this aside. This is probably be a little longer video than normal. And then you got armor, big shells. This is little stuff you could pick up from the blasters, fix kits, all kinds of different gear you can get on your tank. And then we got the tiles here, which are the buildings. When you destroy a building, you flip it over and it could give you ability, could cause damage, could help you in the battlefield. And then you have the player boards for each of the tanks. Has all the winning conditions and all that on there. It's very self-explanatory. And then we got these little like mouse pad. These are where your little bases are at. And then you have your tanks, which are kind of almost like a 2D, 3D look to them. They're really they came pre-constructed in mine. Even though the rule book says you got to put them together, but I didn't have to. And so you can turn the turret, and it's got like a nice little like groove. And then, like I said, the cards, like if you got hit, you go like that, or so it's very, very intuitive on how everything works. And there's the green, there's red, like a yellowish green, a green camouflage one, and then you have a blue one. You got all 4 colors. Each one has their own play mat. And then you have the custom dice. You have the purple one, which is only used in sudden death era, and like when the game's still going on, there isn't a winner yet. And then your other die, it tells you when you attack the 2 blasts. These are critical hits. These mean your opponents lose a random card from their hand and it gets damaged. So they can lose cards in their hand. But yeah, you get when you take an actual critical hit, you basically take a rattle card. So you can only have maximum of 2 rattle cards, because after you take the 3rd hit, your tank's done. Anyways, so yeah. And then they got little trophy and little cubes to track all the stuff on your cards. Gold bars. And then they got there's bullets in here. There's like a 3 different type trophies things in here. So yeah, it's got a lot of content. The bullets for special bullets, and you have like certain attacks and stuff. So yeah, I haven't got a chance to play this yet. And some more cubes, but definitely want to play this soon. She got it for me for, like I said, sweetest day. And I sleeve the cards. That's so I keep them in good shape because you use them for a lot of stuff. So there's that one. The creator of the game unfortunately passed away, so his wife, I don't know if he's gonna make any games or not, but it's a shame. This might be the guy's only game, but from what I've seen of it, it's pretty cool and simple and fun. I watched reviews and stuff, and then we got 12 Rivers here, which I got some of the stuff. I haven't no sleeves yet or anything for it yet. So this one I have to punch out. So then we have the rule book, which is pretty thick. Got some illustrations, but it tells you like if you play with 2 players, 3 and 4. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot to read, but it's not as complicated as it looks. The rulebook even being pretty thick, it's like 19 pages and stuff, and it's got a game round and summary on here. And then we have the punch out chips here. We got the this is the marble stopper. And we got the alpacas, one for each player. So think of these like kind of like if you played Potion Explosion, kind of like that. And you just store your marbles that you collect for each round on here. There's 4 of those, and then we have the fairy tokens. They go on the board, and they all are like different things, obviously. So you can collect, when you collect those, you can use them. Some are wild. I don't know what all the symbology is right now, but I'll grab these real quick. I gotta put them in a Ziploc baggie if there isn't any Ziploc baggie. I don't think this game had any Ziploc baggies. I just set that aside. And then we have some of the villager tiles. So they got the beginner ones, and then they got the ones you can get. So everyone gets a starter villager. And then like for this example, for this one here, when you complete this ongoing rounds, so when you complete this, you'll get like +2 cards, and then from ongoing for the in-game scoring, each blue one is going to be worth 1 victory point that you have in your other villagers, and I think also alpacas, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah. And then they punch out and they hold the marbles. So you got these different ones. They got animals. Punch all these out, but yeah. And we got another row of characters, villagers. I know some of them are starting villagers. I got I think the starter villagers, yeah, there's the ones that have nothing on them. I think there should be 4 of them. So I'll have to they got the numbers on number 4, number 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then that'll determine also, when you randomly determine this, also determines who's player 1, player 2, player 3 for the round setup for the initial game. And the rest of these will be like in the pool. So. And then we have the actual board here, which is a really nice looking board. So we had to punch this out. Okay. And then we got the little standees here. Let's go in there. Once I figure out how exactly it goes in. So I know it's gonna go in, I just get it to go up in there. Okay, there we go. I got it in there. I was like, come on, get in there. And then the board sits like that. And then that will go in there. So that's how that works. And then you have your, like I said, the little player tokens. These are your, so like in a game you start off, you want to have like player 1, player 2, player 3, 4, and then you repeat the same pattern for the initial go of the game. So you'd be like something like that. So in your turn order, so then you get the marbles out here. So you're putting them all into here. Because they're randomly. So just to kind of show you some gameplay, I guess, a little. Might as well go the extra mile. I just can't. I'm looking at it from upside down here. Okay, there we go. So normally I'd probably look at it to the side, but anyway, so there would be like that, and then this player would go. They would, and this here is you get 1 card if you place your card down here. Nothing if you put it down here. And then this costs 0 in this row. You have to spend a card of the cards in the game to be able to put a piece here, 2 here, and then 3 up here, because you're guaranteed that that particular marble. So like so if this one went here, and this one decided to go here, sorry, just trying to get it. Basically, someone might decide to go here. Vice versa. And then when everyone's done, the marbles will go down, and so if someone's here, they can go. take a marble, so forth and so forth. So he would, like I said, he would take the white marble, which is worth 5, or the green one, which is worth 1, depending on what they need. Then you take whatever you want, remove your chip. It go at the very end of the board, because you know, whoever's higher up, because you go from, I think it goes from left to right or right to left. I'm not sure, but yeah, it goes in a certain pattern to where highest to lowest. So it costs more resources to go and get the higher up, but you're guaranteed the marble you need. So it's kind of like a balancing act where you have to decide, do you really need that marble or pearl in this case, or are you willing to just take whatever you get left over? So there's a balancing act there. And then obviously the higher up, it takes you longer to walk back down, so you go, so it kind of makes more sense. So those are like your villagers. Then you have the player aids. So for the fairies and tokens, so I think there's only, I thought there was 4, or there could just be 2. And then the cards, they're used for, well, there's where you get 4 victory points if you have 3 white marbles in your alpaca. So they're first come, first serves. But yeah, each of these cards you can either use them as to spend them to get these certain spots, or if you use them as a pair, unless the card says otherwise, you use 2 of them to actually use the ability on the bottom. So there's a lot of thinking going on. I mean, do you want to spend the cards for currency, or do you want to get 2 of the same ones to use the ability for it? I'm just going to take this out. But yeah, that's pretty much 12 rivers. Everything out. So, yeah, looking forward to playing this one as well, obviously. Baggies. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy your week and weekend. Trying to get more content up, board gaming and video game, as much as I can. I want to do some more Jackbox playing, the new Jackbox, so look for the stream when I do that. I will be doing those. Alpaca. Yeah, I think the artwork on this is really good. Gameplay isn't as complicated as it looks in the rule books. So anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys soon with some more videos.